Hey everybody, it's Taki117 back with Taki's Space Program, and those of you familiar with space travel should recognize this rocket. Those of you not familiar with space travel, well, this is the Titan 3C, which is responsible for launching the Voyager missions. Now, of course, this is not a Voyager mission. However, this is a very special mission. Why are we not counting down? Oh well. Launching in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. This, kids, is why you always check your staging. But this particular rocket is actually headed to Venus. Or not. And of course, these are solid rocket motors. I have zero control over them. I cannot shut them down. Now, normally the range safety officer would have detonated the rocket by now. And of course, now I don't have enough thrust to get to orbit. Alright, so we are switching from we're switching from orbital parameters to surface parameters. We are going to try to save this mission. Probably not happening. Whoever lives in that general area, I'm sorry, I just dropped rockets on your house. Okay, here we go. We are at least holding steady. Okay, here we go. Nope, not happening. I'm not producing enough thrust. That's gonna fall in the ocean. Well, fortunately, my Venus launch window, which is the whole reason I launched that rocket, is still 19 days away. So I'm going to rebuild it, I'm going to try again. And here we are back in the launch pad. I have fixed my staging. My launch countdown is still not working correctly. Let's see if we can do a little bit better this time. Launching in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And tower clear. We're going to start our roll. Much better. Yeah, I think that's what happened was I tried to roll too soon. Nope. Ditch. Dumping all of our fuel. In an effort to increase okay. So yes, I'm going to try to land this rocket now. Here we go. Feathering my throttle. Leaning, that's okay. Broke my dish. Fortunately, I was able to save most of the rocket. So this will need a redesign. Which means I'm probably now going to miss my Earth-Venus launch window. Oh well. I can still run science. Science! All the science. Okay. Well, we're gonna try again. Later. Next year, I guess. Here we are, 2 days to launch. To my window. I managed, thanks to my mostly saving the rocket, I managed to cut down the construction time considerably. I also removed my unnecessary side boosters. I don't have the Delta V to get to orbit, but I think with my transfer stage I should have enough delta V to make orbit and get myself to Venus all in one go. Apparently the SRBs are what was causing my launch countdown to not work. Here's hoping for the best. Alright, here we go. Talk about tensions are high. If this doesn't get me to orbit, all I gotta do is fly by Venus. I'm pretty sure I have enough delta V for that at least. But if I cannot get to orbit, I will miss my launch window. There's no way I can build another rocket in 2 days. All the explosions. Good lord. Good news, I am still accelerating. My apoapsis is still going up. I am still on the glide slope. Look at that plume. It's a nice plume. Okay, here we go. Talk about nerve-wracking. Now, the good news is I only have to fly by Venus. I don't actually need to orbit Venus. I'm going to try to, because, you know, orbiting things is cool. Alright, let's orbit prograde here. My time to apoapsis is dropping, but my apoapsis is still going up. So if I can get above 70 kilometers in the next few seconds, come on. So what I'm doing is I'm pointing up ever so slightly, trying to pull my time to apoapsis up, push my apoapsis out further, which it looks like I'm going to be able to do quite nicely. This is taking a lot more delta V than I thought it would. Yes, my time to apoapsis is going up. This is good. this will not be going into my standard 100 kilometer orbit. I think this one will only go into an 80 kilometer orbit. If that, I might stop at 75 kilometers. This is very nerve-wracking. The good news is it's going to take me very little delta V to circularize my orbit. For 76 kilometers. Okay, circularize, create and execute. Let's dump those while we're still suborbital. I want to activate all of my antenna. Point it at Earth. Check my power draw. Awesome. Still have plenty of electric charge. This is nerve-wracking. I am not going to lie. Where is my... There it is. There's my alarm clock. I'm going to turn my alarm clock off. As you can see, it's only going to take 33 meters per second of delta V. 69. Come on. You look at all the science there. I did swap out the engine that I had, and I've unlocked a couple of tech nodes since then, since this was built, so I could have easily just completely redesigned it, but I didn't really feel like it. I wanted to use this rocket, because why not? Okay. So now I have to set Venus as my target. And it looks like it's going to eject me now. Oh, that is fantastic. And it's going to take me 88 days to get there, but it's only going to cost me 1,303 meters per second of delta V. And it looks like I'm going to come around the planet, make one orbit, and then begin my burn. So, here's hoping for the best. You see, like, any time down here, that's going to cost me, 40, 80, 100 plus kilometers a second. I don't want to leave at those times. That's when it is on the other side of the planet. Looks like I am using more power than anticipated during warp, but that's okay. There's the moon, there's Saturn, there's our target Venus, as our engines fire up. Maybe about a 2-minute burn. Now, I don't like long ejection burns. The main reason for that is the longer the burn, the more out of alignment you become. And what I mean by that is, you burn. And as you burn, your apoapsis shifts, as we can see. But you notice how close I am to my node. If I get a long enough burn time, I would either have to make multiple passes, which, as my apoapsis gets pushed out, means a longer orbit, or I'd have to burn sooner. If I burn sooner, that means I could potentially be on, half of the planet, and it would take forever. Now, MechJeb does compensate for this, however, it can't completely eliminate that need, or that drift, rather. That, and I don't want to be sitting here forever waiting for my rocket to finish its maneuver. And we are officially escaping the Earth's gravity. This is a Centaur upper stage, which is exactly what was used on the Voyager missions. Sort of. I mean, this isn't exactly what was used, but the Voyager missions did use a Centaur upper stage. Finishing up our maneuver here. Let's see how close we got. Pretty darn. Pretty darn. Yeah, no. Not going to execute that. I am going to point orbit prograde. We can see my orbit dropping down. I am going to encounter Venus at some point. But for now I'm going to warp until I'm out of the solar system. My biggest concern is that I'm not going to have communication, which is unfortunate. And there we are. We are on our way to Venus. I have to pass within 20,000 kilometers. Not quite there. Hopefully, as I get farther away from Earth, I will be able to regain connection. But for now, let's see if I can. No, I can't even run my science experiments. I have nothing to send commands on. So for now, it's going to hibernate. Let's see if I can manually enter hibernation. Let's see, does not look like I can manually hibernate here. Control from here, toggle torque. Of course not. Okay, well, that's all for this episode. Thanks for watching. I'm Taki117, and remember, it's only rocket science.